This conference will now be recorded.
It should be recording. So.
7 o'clock. So these are, okay. Town of Kites Grove, Dane County, Wisconsin, notice of public hearing for the 2023 budget and special town meeting of the electors to adopt the 2022 Town Tax Levy. Immediately following the public hearing, a special town meeting of the electors called by the town board pursuant to 60.12, parent 1, parent C, Wisconsin statute will be held. We have no one here for the public hearing.
I don't think I've ever run across this before.
I don't think we have either, not in my memory. Sylvan Kurt has always been.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was gonna
He
see.
called and said he couldn't make it
Oh,
tonight.
Boy, everybody's got an answer for who's not going to be here.
yeah.
How's that work?
It's usually the same couple people.
So we'll go to the special town meeting of the electors. Meeting was posted at the town hall website, and is that one you had to do 3 places?
Yes, and it also, a notice of it was also published.
In the paper, okay. So I'll call the special town meeting of the electors to order. Discuss and consider adoption of the 2022 town tax levy to be paid in 2023 pursuant to 60.10, parent 1, parent A of Wisconsin statute. Any discussion?
I see that we did a good job. I wonder how poor the counties is gonna be with all their,
No, they're gonna have to bring that jail up on a vote. So should be lots of people voting in the springtime.
Is there a motion by an elector?
motion. Go ahead.
We have to adopt the.
So the levy that you would be adopting is $1,771,229. It's the bottom line, the third from the bottom line on the back of the agenda for the special.
Okay.
That's the levy.
Yeah.
Did you make the motion? Did he make the
Sure.
motion?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Dan.
I'll second.
Second by Anders to approve the tax levy of $1,771,229. Any discussion on that motion by the electors? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I.
Opposed? You're supposed to vote.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say aye.
Okay. Motion carries. Motion for adjournment.
I so move.
Motion by Williams, second
Second
by
by me.
Duplay for adjournment. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Kites Grove Town Board will hold a public meeting immediately following the public hearing and special meeting of the electors on at 7 p.m. on December 5th. Meeting was posted at the town hall and on the website. You can join the meeting by GoToMeeting. We have a quorum present. The meeting was properly posted. Call the meeting to order and we'll stand for the flag pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have the minutes of our last meeting, November 21st.
Move approval as presented.
Second,
Motion by Williams, second by Duplay to approve the minutes for November 21st as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Got some closed session minutes coming around.
Move approval of the minutes and that they remain closed.
Second.
Motion by Duplace, second by Williams, to approve the closed session minutes and to keep them closed until the matter is resolved. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Finance report and approval of bills.
I signed a check that's gonna go to City of Madison Hazmat Workers Comp.
It's an annual thing that we have to pay for the fire department.
Oh, it's a fire department related
Fire
expense?
department.
Okay.
City of Madison,
Yeah, that's kind of,
where they run the whole thing or something?
For hazmat.
Oh,
So if we have a
yeah,
major,
they gotta come out.
they take care of it.
See, we finally got that mower, huh?
yep.
Does it work just in time, huh?
We're good.
They should right now.
Did I see you
Did we ride?
mowing over there on Netpick with it?
Already.
I took it out and tested it out. We had a little bit left to mow, so works good. All cleaned up and put away already too.
They take care of the leak. Hydraulic leak.
Oh, yeah, he gave us fittings. It was just a fitting, yeah.
I move approval of checks 35,896 through 35,923 be paid.
Motion by Duplace. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Fonger to approve checks 35,896 through 35,923 be paid. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
I just wanted to note that when you guys do that, you're always approving the checks, but there's also the electronic funds that you're never specifically including in your motions, and I don't know if that should be included in your motions. You're approving those checks, which total $80,000, but then there's an additional $13,000 in your report
No.
this
For
time.
payroll.
Well, it's payroll and, the taxes that get electronically filed, and so that's never added in your motion, and I'm wondering if it should be.
I can do it, that's no problem.
Do they have a number?
No, you could just say electronic payments in the amount of 13,000.
119.16.
Do you want to add that to my motion then?
Sure.
It's all right with the second.
Yes, it's all right with the
All right
second.
with everyone that voted?
Sure.
Okay. We'll try and remember to do that next time. You also have in your packet the unaudited cash and investment balance of $2,156,643. And you have the November per diem.
Move approval of those.
Second.
Motion by Anders, second by Duplace to approve the per diems as presented. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next item is public concerns. Public's opportunity to speak to the town board about any subject that is not a specific agenda item. Is there anyone online?
Just Chief Lang.
Okay. Then we move to discuss and consider approval of the 2023 town budget.
So this has not changed since your last meeting on the 27th, I think it was.
Right.
You would just be looking to approve the total expenditures, which are
$3,831,344.41. Is that it? It's total expenditures for the budget
yeah,
for 23.
Is that a motion by the chair?
No, I'll move. I was just reciting.
I move we approve $3,831,344.41.
Do I have to do the receivables too?
no, I mean, that's the revenues.
Yeah.
You approve what you're gonna spend and hopefully the money that you think is gonna come in will pay for it.
Wow, okay. There's a motion by Duplay. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Williams to approve the total expenditures for 2023 of $3,831,344.41. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We'll move on to the Plan Commission. First item is Benjamin Larson, EMS Properties LLC applicant and landowner, petition to change the conditional use permit 2475 for the veterinary clinic, pet boarding, and pet crematorium at 2416 County Road MN to allow for expanded services. And you have the minutes from the Plan Commission. And Ben is here if you have questions.
Yes, go ahead. You know, well, think come up. Okay.
I think that one of the things that came up at the Plan Commission was that you were asked to come up with a way of handling people that call you and complain.
We have a 24-hour phone line that you can leave a message. I mean, I don't have to, somebody staffing 24/7 overnight, obviously, but we would get the message very quickly. I have 3 employees that get an alert to their phone, including me, when somebody does call and leave a message. And we would get that in short order and certainly address it, right away.
And what is your procedure for addressing it?
Well, we would find out what the cause of the noise is. It could be, if it's excessive, it could be anything, if there's a certain mix of dogs that are not working well together, something along those lines, or perhaps there's an issue. I guess it would just be, we would have to just take it on a case by case basis and see what the issue is. And we have the ability to move dogs back inside. In other words, that if it was too much noise, they can immediately go back to their inside pen. They don't have to be out for any more than 10 minutes or so to, relieve themselves, basically. And we can take them back inside where they would be, so if that was the case, we have every dog has a space inside to go to. So the ones that would be creating the noise would be moved back inside in that event.
Do you have all this written in the standard operating procedure that is documented?
We do. I can get you that.
You do have it?
We do. Yep. In fact, we just created them with a lot of work, but we created a lot of standard operating procedures here.
Yeah, I think we would want a copy of it.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, I'll make that. Should I just email that over to Kim? Okay, you bet. So basically, I have the standard operating procedure for excessive noise and, procedure for a complaint. And I can send that. It's just a Word document. That's okay. I'll send it over.
What was your source of reference for this?
Oh, so in other words, like how did I develop it? I've been consulting with Chad Fahey, who owns Charlie's Park Parks in Monroe and Belleville, I'm sorry. And we've had a relationship for 2 years, and we've been working through a lot of these issues. He's been successful in writing. He actually used to work at our facility under the old owners several years ago. And so he knows the facility well, and we've been talking, and I've been using a lot of his SOP, standard operating procedures, that he offered up as part of our consulting relationship. So I based a lot of what we do on his model because it's successful. He actually has, his facilities are actually, more in city areas. So he definitely is up to speed on how to deal with, noise and complaints and things like that.
How
Did you
many-
say he runs?
Charlie's Bark Parks. There's two locations, yeah. One in Monroe, and one in Belleville. Yeah, that's the name of the building. Yep.
How many animals does he have at his facilities?
I believe he has, that's a good question. In Monroe, he has 40 enclosures, at least. I don't know the exact numbers. In Belleville, he has a training facility and enclosed along with, or in the same building as, I'm not exactly sure, it's at least 30, I would say, in Belleville, kennels. So, yeah.
Well, what you're wanting to do is considerably larger than that.
Correct, yeah. So that's right. We are now, as we discussed at the last planning commission, that we would not increase the number of dogs. It's been at 50 for probably 25 years or so, going back to the old ownership. And we would not increase the number until we had a new building built. And I think that's gonna be part of the, as I understood it, that would be part of the conditional use permit. And I don't know the exact process, so maybe you guys can enlighten me, but when the time came, we're talking about certainly a few years from now, building the big facility that we're looking to build. And
This building here.
yeah, I'd probably, would I
When he builds that,
come back?
then he could get
Yeah.
his additional 50
Okay,
animals.
So he would come back here before that.
No.
Once that building occupancy was granted for that
Granted,
that
he could
building,
then-
then
he could then
this
have,
permit
But not
should allow
until,
it.
not
Okay.
until this, otherwise it stays at 50.
Correct.
okay.
So your SOPs are directed at that 100-dog limit?
Right now, they're at the 50 dog limit, but the SOP itself, just to be clear, probably wouldn't change that much in terms of how we would deal with the complaint, because it's basically addressing the cause of the complaint, finding the solution, whatever the solution is to satisfy the complaint, I guess is what I would say.
Okay.
Because
Have there been complaints or something that you know about?
There were people that at the planning commission spoke
Really?
about the noise.
Oh, my goodness. There's hardly anything even near there, really.
But there is
There's
at
that
least,
yellow house
Yeah.
across, kitty corner across the street.
Yeah, and then there's a valley where the noise
And-
carries, I think, down.
To the east,
Yeah.
to the east,
one that
yeah.
carries to the east, and then
Yeah.
Mrs. Eccles on just
to the west, on
Hillview,
Hillview Lane.
right on the corner.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah,
she's a friend of mine.
Oh,
I
okay.
am a friend of them.
yeah. No, I
Well,
mean, I get it, right?
John
It's-
Austin was at both meetings and he was saying that they hear it a lot where he is.
Not often.
I always say
Corning.
that, Corning. He's on Austin Road, but I always say that, yeah.
That was probably 20 years ago too.
No, it's now. He
And
was-
before, they never heard any dogs?
They've been hearing dogs with the current operation and he was concerned about having more dogs.
Yeah,
Getting to
No.
100.
Okay.
Because they already hear it now.
yeah, that makes sense.
And I guess, one thing that I never really got a good sense of, I mean, I work 150 yards away from the
That's
facility.
true.
Yes, I hear dogs, okay? But it's not like it's overpowering. I mean, I can go out and stand outside in the parking lot of where I live, and yes, I can hear a dog, but I mean, again, what is excessive or what is loud or what is obnoxious? Any sound at all whatsoever? I could not get a sense of any type of opinion from any of those people that showed up at the plan commission. I mean, for somebody to go ahead and say, well, maybe you didn't talk.
The day that I'm on my deathbed trying to die and the dogs are barking, that'll be excessive.
But, you know, the thing is that I think part of the impression there shouldn't be any noise. It should be dead still, quiet, we're in the country. I think that's unreasonable,
I agree.
you know?
I think different
I
people
mean,
have-
I hear cows more so than when the cows are all riled up for something down in the valley down there. I can hear those as actually over the dogs.
We have a dog that barks across the field from us, like the whole time the people there are not home, and it drives me insane.
Oh, really?
Just one dog barking, because it's just constant.
My dog doesn't bark.
So
Did you tell them about our daycare?
Yeah.
But see, and here's the other thing.
People have different, it's just a different tolerance.
That could be too, but this is, I suppose in your defense, you hear the same dog, the same way of barking pattern or whatever else like that, absolutely. The stuff that I hear from next door, basically, it's different. You hear a little yip, yip, yip this time, and then you hear a woof, like something that's 150 pounds barking. But again, some of it's traffic driven at the end of the day when people are coming up, but I think he's got an idea in line for the opaqueness of the fences to keep the animals from seeing somebody drive up and.
Where the workers park versus the customers.
Correct.
To rile them up.
And I would say, obviously, clearly I'm biased here, but I think our plan is a good one, because right now the old fencing is in place and there's gaps in the fence, just little gaps, but the dogs look at that and they see people coming and they can hear better than they will be able to when we have 8-foot high metal fencing. And I will definitely, I am meeting with our architect on Wednesday, actually. I want to talk to him about noise mitigation.
Yeah.
Surfaces within the play yard too. I really truly believe that's going to help a ton. Obviously, let me put it this way. I'm fully intending to put these, build these items, the fencing and the enclosures with that in mind. Because I get it. I mean, I do understand. I really do. So this is our first opportunity to really upgrade this facility. It's been there for 25 years. So, yeah.
My dogs like it there.
Thank you.
Of course, they're not the ones that bark.
I've never heard, I don't even know what they sound like.
You wouldn't?
The Plan Commission made a motion to recommend approval. They had hours of operation changed to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays. Number of employees shall not exceed 12 on site at any one time, except for staff meetings. Maximum number of pets to increase to 100 only after the 35 by 90 building is built. Then a maximum, until then, it's just a maximum of 50. Outdoor activities limited to a fenced in play area for dogs. There will be lighting will be determined at the design review phase when the building permit is applied for. Allow for a second sign as long as it meets county standards. Eliminate the single family residence for a caretaker. This will mean that the house will need to meet commercial code until it is raised for the 35 by 90 building. And in addition, the wall between the 25 and 55 foot covered area must have sound deadening material installed.
Do you think you need to go through those standards with the town board? I pulled them out of yours, I have buried.
I think I have them here. One of these sheets.
You want this one? You can just use this if you want.
Okay. Standards for conditional use permits. The established maintenance or operation of the conditional use will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, comfort, or general welfare. Everyone's agrees with that?
Agreed.
The uses, values, and enjoyment of other property in the neighborhood for purposes already permitted shall be in no foreseeable manner substantially impaired or diminished by establishment, maintenance, or operation of the conditional use. Agreed with
Agreed.
conditions that were put on. The establishment of the conditional use will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of the surrounding property for uses permitted in the district. Agreed.
Yep.
Adequate utilities, access roads, drainage, and other necessary site improvements have been or are being made to accommodate the additional use. Yes. Adequate measures have been or will be taken to provide ingress and egress so designed as to minimize traffic congestion in the public streets. Yes.
Yes.
That the conditional use shall conform to all applicable regulations of the district in which it is located. Yes. The conditional use is consistent with the adopted town and county comprehensive plans. Yes. If the conditional use is located in, it's not in the farmland preservation. Is it? So.
Make a motion to approve.
To accept the plan
Accept it,
commission's recommendations.
Yep.
Motion by Fonger, second by Duplay. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. And you will send us the
So I'll do that right away.
policies
Yep.
and
And if you, let me know if you need anything else. I mean, I've got things I can send. So we have a lot of procedures and things in place, so.
And so just make sure that, from that 35 by 90 building to the start of those parking stalls is the 60 feet.
Yep.
For the fire trucks to be able to turn around. Don't
Yeah, I don't want to
go
mess that up.
changing that.
Yeah, exactly. No, you got it. For sure. Yeah, that's
He'll probably
important.
be back when he is ready with that building anyway for a design review.
Yeah.
Right.
Make sure that.
Yeah.
You ever gonna become a vet out there?
Probably not in the traditional sense where you go for,
Oh, but your wife works at UW?
she
right?
does. And so what we're probably gonna do, because we have the crematorium.
Yeah.
Is she's probably gonna do some end of life care. In other words, like older dogs with some therapy, and then also euthanasia for people who do need that.
You're still gonna do that there?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you did or not.
Yeah, we're gonna expand that a little bit. It was really more of an issue of just, we have 3 kids and it's hard to get.
You don't wanna put them in there?
No, I sure don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. But I don't even bring them.
I didn't know what you're getting to.
Yeah, exactly. No, but there's certainly demand for it, or a need for it.
Yes.
Because vet clinics are so overwhelmed, so we can have people out there in a nice peaceful
You
setting.
do that for the vets in town here?
That's our plan. We do for some, but we're gonna look to develop some more relationships and do that as a service we can offer, yeah. So,
Good luck.
yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
You're on for the 15th, is it?
I think it's the 13th
13th.
with Dane County, Yep. So I appreciate it. So thanks again.
A week from tomorrow.
Yeah, dropping back pretty fast, so.
All right,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Yep.
Next item is discuss and consider recommendation regarding proposed Dane County Ordinance Amendment 2022 OA-44 regarding conditional use permit appeals. And the Plan Commission accepted that.
Motion to approve the plan commission's recommendation.
Second.
Motion by Anders, second by Williams to accept the Plan Commission's recommendations on 2022 OA-44 to recommend supporting Dane County Ordinance Amendment regarding conditional use permit appeals at Circuit Court. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next item, consideration of certified survey map to create residential lot on Single Cow Road, 2022-11889, rezone previously approved.
So this is that one where he's cutting off the corner to
That
give you
corner,
more room. That would probably be your biggest concern.
yep.
I remember when that was approved.
Motion to approve the certified survey map number 220298. As
Second.
presented.
Did that say down here dedicated to the public or not?
There's something there that says it's dedicated to the town. For the road?
Oh, okay, to the right of it, it does. Single Cow Road. Okay. Motion by Anders, second by Williams to accept certified survey map 220298 as presented. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Public Works Department activity update, road right-of-way permits.
Well, we've had 3 come in since the last meeting. 2 for charter, continuation of fiber run. They're gonna be doing like North Shadle, Offstune, that area. And then they're gonna be doing Nora, Ridge, Jargos, in that area.
That's all
Next.
charter.
That'd be their next areas. They're taking over. And then Frontier had replacement of line on Meyer Road on the poles. That'll stay aerial. Nothing underground on that. So that's pretty simple. And then update, playground equipment, the zip line. The ends are in the ground. They got those in. We got the load of chips they brought today in. They're gonna bring another load Wednesday morning, so that'll be done. And then cable should be in later this week. He called today. So they're hoping to get there by the end of the week to get to cable strung,
Yeah.
because they have to let the post sit. So
Where is this?
Mass Park, Sky High.
It's on the north end.
Yeah, the biggest opening stretch we had that wasn't on the soccer field.
Right. So,
Yeah, other than that, we got pretty much all the maintenance done on all the machines. Tractors and mowers are cleaned up and put away. All the other small mowers are put away and ready to plow snow and cut trees.
So everybody's on vacation now?
No.
how did you do with pulling the culvert on the gravel end?
The culvert we fixed,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
did
got
that
it.
work?
we put a metal patch over it, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll buy me a year,
Okay.
maybe. We'll see. On Lane Street,
Oh,
that 3-foot culvert that goes diagonal underneath the road. All of a sudden, the hole just popped through.
Really?
Yeah, the culvert doesn't look bad, other than that spot.
Can't say that's the villages, can we?
Nope, unfortunately. No, that's right smack dab in ours.
How long has it been there?
Hole?
No, the culvert, it's been there a long time, right?
Oh, yeah.
How much asphalt was over the top of it?
Oh, it's actually on the shoulder part,
Oh, okay.
on the, where the grass and the gravel meet,
Okay.
so. Yeah, a lady called it and I don't remember her name, but she just walks by there every day and she's like, all of a sudden there it was.
Interesting.
Wow. So,
Wow.
I mean, it's only size, it was only about this big. I mean, it's not like it was huge or anything, but it was a hole.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right, clerk's office.
Nothing special. We've been busy, but I'm ready to submit the mill rate worksheet yet tonight, so taxes can get sent out. Anything else?
They have the inserts ready.
Yeah, that's all ready to go. So it'll be mailed out by the county. They're not coming here, so.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're ready to go with them.
Okay. Board reports and communications on our On the 19th, I'll have either the EMS agreement for you to approve or a 3-month extension. And Jen Grafton called me and told me that she had written a request for a free sign with the flashing speed,
Really?
that she got one for free.
Really?
It came today.
Wow.
Wow.
So
It came today.
it came today. She was going to have you put it up on the north side of Vilas.
Yeah, that's what she thought for now.
Yeah, to see how that goes.
What kind of post does it go on, or is it a framework?
We gotta see. She didn't think it'd fit on a wood post, and I'm like, well, they should, because the ones we're gonna order in the spring or come first of the year,
Yeah,
they can mount on any post. So the only one she just said in the drawing, it was like a square metal tubing. Well, I said that's what most cities use, so that's why it was on that. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
We gotta put one of those posts in. We can put them in. It's not that big deal.
You have the technology.
Yep.
see how well it works.
Yeah. And then that was a trial thing too, wasn't it? Like
What?
she had like so long that they give feedback or something, and then
She told me the first week it wasn't supposed to flash
yeah,
or show the speed. It was just going to gather the information. The second week, then it was going to start recording and flashing what your current speed was.
yeah, and then they can collect the data off that from that road.
And they can collect the data, yes.
Kind of neat.
For free.
It was free, so that was,
That was the one that I think I emailed you all about a few months ago, looking for, a narrative to beg for it, and I think Christie did. So,
yeah, we were chosen, so glad to know it's here. I think that's all that I have, other than the water heater at the fire station isn't working, but
No.
I don't think I got the right committee under committee reports, do I? You haven't had an emergency government since the last meeting, have you?
no, it was fire and landfill,
Yeah.
our last meeting.
So it's
Yeah.
I could give you a little information from MPO if anyone's interested. At one of the last meetings, they were talking about bus transportation. And there is indeed a plan that if and when Amazon does get built out on the north side, that there would be a Madison bus that would come out. Amazon thinks it will stop on their property, but MPO says it would stop in the park and ride, which is
Yeah.
right adjacent actually anyway. But that there is indeed a long-range plan for a bus to Cottage Grove.
Who's gonna
But
pay
it would
for
be
it?
over there. Madison Public.
Really?
That would be part of City of Madison. So it would be way in, it wouldn't be town, it would be in the village, but it would be in the park and go to the park and ride.
okay.
Part of the plan. And Bill Schaefer is retiring from MPO.
Yeah, in February.
February 3rd, this is the last day.
Do you guys discuss the Amtrak situation at all?
No, we haven't to date.
Madison was looking for sites.
I know.
I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've got
paper.
the ones that I saw. One of them was at the airport, which to me makes sense. Truly, I mean, it does.
Yeah.
On a bus line, it's out there where it's noisy. The other one is on First Street, where the old City of Madison municipal garages, where all those railroad tracks are there in East Johnson. Okay, middle of a residential area. Do you want
No.
trains there? There's another spot on the southwest side of the Madison, again, in a residential area, adjacent to a residential area, because there's train tracks out there. So I'm just curious to see what kind of take,
Nothing has
if
been said.
anything.
Nothing.
I would agree with you. It should either be at the airport. If I have to have a second choice, where Oscar Mayer had been, because it's close to the airport.
I like the Oscar Mayer location best. I
mean, it's airport adjacent.
Well, not close enough that you could walk or.
No.
No, not for walking, but it's,
How many people would actually walk to a train though? I mean, this is not commuter train like the L down in Chicago. This is
No,
like,
long distance.
exactly.
Well, you're gonna park your car.
Main thing
You
is
don't,
parking, yeah.
that's what they do in Columbus. There's a parking lot there. You park your car.
Yeah.
It's secure and it's not like it's a problem, you know.
Right.
People aren't gonna walk from there,
Oscar
basically.
would be good if it had plenty of parking there.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of
The what?
parking.
Oscar Meyer would be perfect spot for it.
True.
You have 4 acres of parking lot.
yeah.
So anyway, I'm just curious on the Amtrak stuff.
Nothing.
You know anything about landfill and fire?
We paid the bills for landfill. We'll actually find out in January. We could be right on budget. There's nothing, no surprises came up that would allow us anything else, but fire department discussing the agreement. Talking about in generalities, a new replacement ladder.
Real general,
The what?
real general.
No time soon.
Yeah, no time soon.
Yeah, exactly. What else? Talked about perhaps whether or not we wanted the fire department to get more actively involved in commercial building inspections as far as the fire and all that kind of stuff. And the general consensus was no, that we'll let general communications, who normally is doing that. I mean, there are other departments who do
General
provide that
engineering.
service, but they're all
Full-time department.
full-time career
Ah.
departments as opposed to, and it's not that we don't have the
People.
skilled people, but number
They
one,
work
the
their
payment
day.
schedule and then also the time.
Right.
Everybody's gainfully employed that, you know, might be
Yeah.
difficult to get in.
Very
I
difficult.
had a conversation with our building inspector about it, though, and I think it might not be a bad idea to have, he doesn't do the commercial inspections, Steve Gothard does, but it might not be a bad idea to have somebody from general talk to you guys to understand how that really works, because I got a little different spin on things from Jim, so. And I don't know if I understand what either spins, so that's what I'm saying.
Well, isn't Steve the one that the village has?
Well, he
Is
does
there-
all the commercial. And at that meeting, I watched the video and I heard him say that we have Jim and they have Steve. That's not true. They have Jim for residential and they have Steve for commercial, and so do we. We use the same inspectors, so.
They just go flip-flop back and forth.
Yeah, and Jim does not do commercial, Steve does. So
Yeah.
Steve would be the
Steve
one
only
involved
does
with
commercial and Jim only does the other.
Which is fine, as long as we have access to them.
But anyway, it might not be the worst idea at some point to have a discussion with general about fire, about those fire type of
Inspections.
inspections, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page, because I've kind of heard it from both directions now.
The fire department doesn't do that, used to do it, right?
No, they've never done new construction type
Oh,
inspection.
not new, new
Yeah, yeah,
construction.
they're still doing their,
Yeah, the
Twice a
little
year.
walk through and.
Twice a year.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. they're still doing that yet. This
Yeah.
is just the,
New construction.
yes.
Plus, there was the big discussion on that command car
Oh, yes.
that was,
The association went out, and bought a command car from McFarland Police Department, or Fire Department, that they're going to, or want to put into service once it gets here, for a first responder vehicle for whoever the on-call chief or assistant chief is for the department. So they can get the fires more quickly and
but there was
give a
some
readout
issues
as to what's
far as
happening.
Insurance and liability.
But like Mike just said, the question came up as, all right, going forward, maintenance, insurance, all that kind of stuff.
Liability,
And having to talk it over with the village. The village was, yeah, let's talk about it some more kind of thing. I mean, they didn't say no, but, I didn't get a sense that it was an automatic, let's do it kind of thing.
What's the brush truck considered?
What's that?
What's the brush truck considered?
A joint piece of a joint.
That's not a first respond, that's not a,
No, this is gonna be a command car with maps and, you know, it's
Radio.
like a chief's car almost, as opposed to,
It's a Suburban.
Oh. Okay.
What year is this thing?
2015
12.
or 12.
That was 12 with 34,000 miles on it.
Well, this is just the start. Down the way, there's gonna be a new one someday.
oh,
And
yes.
that's what he said.
Yes.
That's exactly
Oh,
what
yeah.
the town was concerned about.
And that's exactly what this is, you know,
Yep,
Yes, Rob.
Oh, yeah, I
VIP
agree.
vehicle.
Yeah.
yep. And what happens when this one wears out?
I want a
That
new
one-
one.
VIP
That's-
vehicle.
That's gonna be
Yep.
the big problem.
Oh, and they were gonna also use it as a vehicle to transport students back and forth to their training, you know, like the newbies,
Class.
when they go to fire class and stuff like that, they would take that vehicle, which to me, what happens if there's a big fire while the car is in at MATC?
Yeah.
I'd rather pay their mileage. It's a lot cheaper than paying for the vehicle.
Yeah,
And who has to approve this vehicle? Town and the village or what?
yep.
Yep. Well,
Well, the association,
The
the
association's buying,
association might
So
even
It's their money and
Correct.
but if they want it on our insurance, we
There
have
you
to
go.
approve it. If we want to pay for the maintenance, we have to approve.
so that wasn't their plan to pay for all that stuff. In other words.
Well,
They were
allegedly now,
they were hoping.
allegedly now the chief has sufficient money in his budget to pay for normal maintenance for this vehicle. Gee, go
Yeah,
figure.
but that's just like I said, that's just normal maintenance now. Who's to say, you know, that they're not gonna
New
want,
tires.
yeah, or they're not gonna want a 2025 when the 2025s come out.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't,
it's just, it's,
And how come they're selling it?
McFarland,
Yeah.
they want, yeah, they got a new one.
Oh, so they have one to do the same thing, huh?
McFarland, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Winona has one also because the former chief used to live just down here in town. And every once in a while, you'd see that thing go beat feet and back in toward Winona if something was occurring. So yeah, they are not,
but they didn't have any of that SOPs or anything written yet. We wanted to see all that because, you know, who's to say that if those people are coming back from a class that, you know, that they're not gonna want lights and sirens it out here.
Was somebody gonna keep it at home to get there first to the fire or
Oh, yeah.
Jesus?
And we.
So then
and
the
we-
question was, is it going to be stored in the garage?
Yeah.
Because in
Good
wintertime, you're going to spend 15 minutes cleaning it off from
Yeah.
ice and snow.
Looks like there's a lot of questions.
yeah.
There is.
So other than the fact that the vehicle does exist
We
and
did
will
table
exist, its use is, will
Up
still
in
be.
the air.
They were gonna bring it up to their business committee first and see what they wanted to do.
That's about it.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Anders, second by Williams,
I got
non-debatable. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's been a long time since I have done that.
You get your, Mike.
I know. I can't get my mouth